Go in because we started. Is your team proven? It's a result.
We witnessed tearless funerals. We saw families bury children, the babies being buried without a single sound from the parents, without a single tear being shed because they were used to it. It was unbelievable. And there was a young lady that we met in Mogadishu, and she had a 6-month-old baby with her, and she attended one of our primary health care clinics. So she received medication, food, water, aid, etc. And one of the journalists started speaking to her about her story and how she ended up in the situation that she's in. Basically, she had walked 600 kilometers from rural Somalia to reach Mogadishu, because that's the capital, and where she thought she would get assistance and aid. So she walked 600 kilometers, but on the backdrop of political division, Al-Shabaab trying to deny there's a drought. So basically the military forces that were in place were preventing. Truly memorable or remarkable story out of Turkey happened when I actually left the team. So we were there very early, and on day 8, the morning of day 8 after the earthquake, I had to leave to come back to South Africa. And we took a long drive, and we were at Konya Airport. Waiting at Konya Airport, during the 7 days, our search and rescue team worked tirelessly. We worked with the Turkish team, we worked with the Chinese team, we worked with the Jordanian team, the Oman team, and we had sniffer dogs, so we were able to pinpoint where people needed to work. And there were always alerts that you thought you might find someone alive. You know, everyone gets excited, and then you go, and unfortunately that person's deceased, and you sort of get a little bit depressed because you're not, achieving what you'd like to achieve. So I had left the camp with my brother, and we were in Konya Airport, and we received the news that the team had what we thought was a possible live location. Someone was alive under the rubble, confirmed by the dogs, and our team were...
For your support, we thank you for supporting us and always being there for us and always guiding us in what we should do with our money. When you, that's all of you, donate to us, and then we give them to use it in the right way. And remember that we are also, without your help, we wouldn't be able to educate a lot of children or a lot of students that would otherwise wouldn't be able to make a difference to their lives. And because of your contribution, you have made a difference to their lives. I've thanked these ladies of North Beach Women's Volunteers. They're all eating their starters now. Some of them didn't come up on the stage, but thank you all for all that you do and for working tirelessly to make this day a success. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all of you. Thank you so much.
You see, as a rule in religion, we don't pray for what we want. We pray for what is good for us. Because what we want may not necessarily be good for us. So when you have obstacles and hardships and challenges and difficulties and things don't work out, don't become negative. Go back and look again. Maybe the Almighty is telling you, you're looking the wrong direction. That road is the wrong road. Don't go that way. And always look for the positive in what appears to be negative. So I don't become a physician. I go to Peter Marisburg. My mother passed on in 1984 in Durham. Did internship in 85, and Yasmin and Zola's father told me, why don't you come and do private practice in Peter Marisburg? So I moved to Marisburg in January 1986. On Rajab night, 26 Miraj, it was the first week of January that I was in Marisburg. We moved into a flat in East Street. Our neighbor came to us, he's a butcher. On Miraj night, he tells me, I got a guy here, Afrikaner guy. He came to buy meat from me. The man is a butcher, but he needs a doctor. He's got a medical problem. And I just moved to Marisburg. So I meet him, Mullah, and I treat him many times. One day, while treating him, he tells me, I'd like to tell you a story. He says, I came from Pretoria here to Marisburg, but before that I was in America. I was on a scholarship. And whilst I was walking through the streets of America, in New York, I was very depressed. My soul felt empty. My spirit felt empty. I didn't know what I was living for, what I'm doing here, and I just lost interest in life. In that sadness, from the corner of my eye, I saw a man looking at me. I don't know this man. I've never met him before. My heart tells me to follow this man. Again, in Islamic teaching, when in doubt, listen to your heart, not your head. So he follows the man. And the man walks into St. John the Divine. It's a huge church in New York. I visited that church on the way to Haiti for a very good reason. And he says, when the man walked into the church, I got a shock. I realized the man was a Turk, a Muslim, a Sufi, a master of spirituality. And when he walked in, after a few minutes, the Sufi man made a zikr in the church. And in the church, there were rabbis, priests, pandits, people of other religions, and people who said they don't believe in any religion. And they all participated in the zikr. It taught us something very important. That the Christian elders of the church understood the unity of religion. They understood the unity of mankind. People are too afraid to talk about religion because they tell you religion causes conflict. Religion does not cause conflict. It's people who move away from religion that cause the conflict. You see, make them bad people. Any saints here? All of you faultless, no mistakes, no shortcuts. You want to fix the world? Look in the mirror. Fix yourself first, then you fix the world. So the teacher was very particular about that. I left, I came back home. Zora and I went for Hajj. The first time in 92, and her father was with. We get in front of the Rosa Mubarak, those who are not Muslim, the place where the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is lying. I'm sitting in front of him and I'm saying, I saw this in Turkey. I'm confused. I'm not sure if it's the right place, if it's the right thing. If it's right, I need to go back. 6 August 1992, I landed up in Turkey again. Thursday night, 10 o'clock after zikr, the sheikh was sitting on the ground. He picks his head up, he makes eye contact with me, and he looks upwards at the same time. In fluent Turkish, and I don't speak a word of Turkish, but I understood every single word that he said in Turkish that night. He said, my son, I'm not asking you. I'm instructing you to form an organization. The name in Arabic will be Waqful Waqifin. Translated, gift of the givers. You will serve all people, of all races, all religions, all colors, all classes, all cultures, of any geographical location and of any political affiliation. But you will serve them unconditionally. You will expect nothing in return, not even a thank you. In fact, in what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life, expect to get a kick up your back. If you don't get a kick up your back, regard it as a bonus. Serve people with love, kindness, compassion, and mercy. And remember, the dignity of man is foremost. So if someone is down in the ground, don't push them down. Hold them, elevate them. Wipe the tear of a grieving child. Caress the head of an orphan. Say words of good counsel to a widow. These things are free. They don't cost anything. Clothe the naked, feed the hungry, provide water to the thirsty. And in everything that you do, be the best at what you do. Not because of ego. Ego is destructive. Ego breaks the relationship between husband and wife, between parents and children, between directors in an organization, the higher management in a company, the lower management in a company, in corporates, in the religious sector, in the NGO sector, in government. Ego destroys everything. Not because of ego, but because you're dealing with human life, human emotion, human suffering, and human dignity. This is an instruction for the rest of your life. I was 30 years old at that time. And then he says, my son, remember that whatever you do is done through you and not by you. Don't ever forget that. All the things people think I do is not humanly possible. There's always a hand making things happen, and if there's time, I'll give you a few examples. After that whole session, I'm thinking and reflecting. I speak to him. I said, how come? When you speak Turkish, I understand, and other people speak Turkish, I don't understand. He said, my son, when the hearts connect and the souls connect, the words become understandable. I asked him, what exactly am I supposed to do? I'm a doctor. I've got 3 surgeries in a place called Pietermaritzburg in South Africa. What am I supposed to do? And like, when am I supposed to do this? After hours, school holidays, public holidays, long weekends, when? He told me one line. You will know. For 31 years, I do know. What to do, how to do, what to touch, what not to touch. Let me give you, it sounds very philosophical. Let me give you an example. On the 6th of January 2014, we get a call from Al-Qaeda in Yemen. Are you looking for the 2 South Africans? We said yes. A team member from Yemen, Anas, 7th January, 10 o'clock, you're going to be in Aden. He goes. 6th January, they call us. 4 days. 10 January 2014, we take out Yolandi Koki, unharmed, unconditional, no ransom, no hostage negotiation skills, no training, no masters, no PhD, no training by the FBI, the MI6 or state security. In 4 days, we took out a hostage without ransom, unconditionally. Never been done in the history of the world before. And none of us were trained for it, but we knew exactly what to do and how to do it. We secured the release of her husband, Pia Koki, on 6 December 2014. Again, unconditional, no ransom, coming home. The Americans decided to intervene. And when they went in, they shot and got killed, and Pia Koki got shot and got killed. But without training, we knew exactly what to do. In fact, that night, 6 August, when I walked out, you instill hope and faith in somebody several thousand kilometers away. And the second words were, I love you. Love is the essence of all religion. And the final point, just 2 more stories about the power of spirituality. There's a hand over you. In 2012, the other team leader, Jacob, Isaac, and me, in 2012, he says, we know your name. So we asked, what do you mean? He says, I was born in the hospital that gift of the givers brought to Bosnia in 1993. 20 million people displaced in Turkey. 172 countries responded. 2 to 3 teams from each country. Where Qasim and Ahmed were, there were only 12 teams. What are the chances that the Bosnian team and the South African team met in a country that gave the spiritual instruction to put the hospital in Bosnia? The power of faith and spirituality. May Allah bless all of you for all the good that you do.
I think that the sweets are being served now. I don't know whether you're going to eat, because the stories that he's given us and the stories that we now know, I think all of us have to really think about our life and start thinking about those that really, really deserve some bit of happiness. So please, people, dig into your pockets. It's time for a Morocco now. So please, please, please do something. Give us something so we can send it with them when they are going soon. I don't think it will be a very long time. Dr. Suleiman, when will you be leaving? He says he doesn't know, but anyway, it will be soon. Enjoy your sweets that's served to you now, and inshallah we'll see you again.
Yeah, I'm giving you. She's making prayer.
South African biryani.
One used to South African biryani, tasty, no?
Pakistani biryani? You like South African biryani now?
We will do our best and get everyone to bottom of my heart.
Sorry.
Take yours.